Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So if you guys are aware about the Jamaicans who are due to be deported on the 2nd of December, then obviously this video will be an interest to you. If not, if you don't know that situation, I'm gonna explain a little bit of what that has been about. It is something that has been an outrage and an outcry, and it is something that has been discussed back and forth, but for some reason it's not really been made public like that, which is actually crazy because it should. It's almost like they wanted just to do this on a hush hush and just deport these people without anybody knowing. So already you can kind of see the unjust in that act. But anyways, I'm gonna get into my thoughts, and obviously I'm going to tell you guys the details on that, so stick around, hit the thumbs button, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so just a little bit of a background story. On the 2nd of December, Jamaicans were due to get deported. These Jamaicans that were due to get deported, there were those who did not have the right to remain under the circumstances that they've obviously committed certain crimes, okay, high level crimes. So these are not just random Jamaicans, these are people who have done crime, and due to that was the repercussions that were going to get deported. Now this ties in with a little bit of the story that I did about Shamima Begum, whether she should be allowed back in the UK, and this whole revoking of citizenship and being stripped off of your rights and being deported when you commit a crime. Now there has been some discussion, and the High Commissioner has also said that Jamaicans who came to the UK as children, I believe from under the age of 12, will be left off of that deportation, so they will not be deported. And this really came after a large number of celebrities spoke out. A deal has been quietly agreed between the Home Office and Jamaica not to remove those people. Now the Home Office of course have refused and have declined to comment, and that's probably why you're not really seeing much of this roaming around on social media. This is not something that they have just started doing now. The last flight that they did that was back in February. This is a thing. This is something that actually happens. Now these Jamaican deportation flights have become extremely controversial, of course, because of the Windrush scandal, because of the debate that some Jamaicans actually came here when they were children, they've built their lives here, and actually have given birth to children that are here. They don't know their life back in Jamaica. They've built their life here, they've built their family here, and it's a bit to me, it's a bit cold-hearted to strip off somebody and completely take away their rights to their families, their connection here, and deport them. And of course the argument is going to be, well, if you are in this country, then you should just abide by the rules, because if you know that you are going to become a criminal, or if you are going to commit criminal offences, then this is going to be the repercussion of it, so therefore it is what it is. And I get that aspect of things. I'm going to get into my opinion soon. So in 2018, a Home Office Commission report from the former prisons and probation, Stephen Shaw, called for a new approach to the policy of detaining and removing people who had committed crimes but lived most of their lives in Britain. The Home Office has not implemented the recommendation. When we look at previous flights and previous cases, the proportion who arrived here as children was always much higher. And this was something that was welcome as a change, and something that has been fought for many years. Just because I think, that is unfair treatment, that is unlawful. There's no way to dissect it for it to be justified. It's just unlawful. Yes, these are people who have committed crime, but at the same time, they done their time. The change has to be applied to those who came as children, regardless of their country or origin. And another thing that has also been criticized is the secrecy behind it, the secrecy behind the discussions, the secrecy behind the decisions. It's not something that is widely open. Why is that? If it's something that is justifiable, if it's something that is right and sits right with people, why is it that it's done in such secrecy? A Home Office spokesman said, "We make no apology for seeking to remove dangerous foreign criminals to keep the public safe. Each week we remove foreign criminals from the UK to different countries who have no right to be here. This flight is no different. The people being detained for this flight include convicted murderers and rapists." The problem that I have with this statement is we remove foreign criminals. I'm sorry, but you're talking also about people who have been here for years. Okay, we're talking about the age bracket of under 12. It's very interesting to me, and the thing that really frustrates me sometimes about this country is do something good. When we look at athletes in this country, the majority of athletes are black, and whenever they'll be referred within the media, it will never be a foreigner Anthony Joshua, or African, and no, it will be, the British this and the British that. But yet the minute they become a criminal, they become a foreigner, but yet they've been here since before they were 12 years old. And it even happened with Bianca and her partner when they were stopped, which I spoke about. These were athletes, high athletes, that was actually due to train for a competition. I guarantee you, if they were found in the wrong, then there will be these foreigners, or these Nigerian, blah blah blah, or wherever their ethnic origin was from. And I think we have to get to a place where we really need to look at what is unlawful and what is lawful. And when you are granted right, okay, here in the UK, then that right should be there regardless. If you do your time, you built your family here, you don't know anywhere else, why should it be that you get stripped off of your citizenship and you just get deported? Listen, I'm not saying that we should be protecting criminals, and of course I understand the aspect that when you get given citizenship, you also have to understand that you have to abide by the law. If the case is that you go against the law, you can be stripped of that and deported, then I get that. But I think there needs to be like real and true clarity. I understand when I make conversations like this, I get, people with strong opinions saying, we're tired of foreigners in our country, and we're tired of these criminals in our country. And it's all good and well, but when you actually dissect it and you try to break down the discussions and what is going on behind closed doors, I just don't think that is as straightforward as just removing criminals from your country. You know what I mean? I think that there is a lot of unjust and there's a lot of unlawful decisions that are made. And why are these decisions being made in such high level of secrecy? Why is it not presented so we know exactly the case? I think sometimes a case is presented to us and all we can see is criminal Jamaicans who are convicts of rape and this are being deported, and all that is presented to us is criminals are being deported for the safety of our country. But we don't really dissect and try to understand the reasoning behind these decisions and actually understand the cases. To me, to be honest, I think it is unlawful for somebody who has been here from before the age of 12 and is now 30, for example, to get deported for a crime that they have done their time. I completely understand both sides. I just feel like there's just such an unjust, like something that about it that does not sit right with me. Although I understand, if you are a foreigner, and that's just facts, okay? If you are a foreigner and you want to live in this country, abide by the rules. It's really that simple. We will never be seen the same. We will never have the same rights. It will never be that. If you're a foreigner, if you're not born in this country, you will never be the same as somebody who is born in this country. You do not obtain the same rights. So if you are going to be given citizenship in this country and you break the law, that is the repercussions, unfortunately, and that is it. Like, there is no two way about it. Do I think it needs to be reviewed? Absolutely. And just because if you have kids here and you've built your life here, I think there's just something that is just unjust and unlawful about it. I really do. But guys, thank you so much. Please do like, comment and subscribe.